Hey everybody, Stephen Talbot here with another MTG finance video. Today I want to give you a little insight on what I think will happen to shocklands. As we know, the shocklands were going to be in standard and in modern, and they were going to overlap. That was going to give us a huge boost in price. So the people who were hoarding them would be able to sell them off for a very, very high gain in almost no time, maybe a course of a year. But let's just take a look at what has happened to, let's say, a hallowed fountain over the course of since it was released. It was released in early October. Standard season switched right about here, early October or late October. I'm sorry. We opened Ravnica, continued triple Ravnica, and boom, we get to a point where it's at a low point. We're still opening shocklands. At this point, standard changed to Jund and Junk Reanimator, so the colors were not really using hallowed fountain, so it continued to drop. Got about here, around Dragon's Maze time. We continue to open up Ravnica Gatecrash and Dragon's Maze. The price continued to drop. And it really kind of hasn't gone under 8.86, the lowest I'm seeing so far. So really, that's about the low point. Then, as we see, it starts to move up. And why is this? Why are we moving up in value now that M14 is there? Because people stopped opening the packs. They stopped pulling hallowed fountains every week. So the price is now, the demand is still probably the same, but the price will go up because people aren't getting rid of them. Everyone knows to hoard these things. So what is that doing? Everyone's hoarding them. There's not too many out there, considerably. What percentage is actually being hoarded versus what is out there? And now that I think when the format slows down, we're going to see an influx of red and an influx of Azurius being played, assuming that white-blue is a very good, good color combination in Theros, which I believe it will be. I believe mono white, mono red will have a place. If you don't think mono white will have a place, just go read Craig Wesco's articles on TCG Player. I'm sure he will disprove any theory and play it to the fullest. But either way, guys, I think these cards are going to, over the next year, are going to see a slight rise in price. As people start getting ready for modern season, so after standard ends, there's going to be this little gap. And what are people going to do? They're going to get ready to play modern because they know it's modern season coming. They're going to play test. They're going to build decks. They're going to try new things. What is that going to do for these cards, for shocklands? Well, what I think is going to happen is the cards are going to start to be bought up. The ones that are out there are going to be bought up, which will boost the price. And what that will do is that it will allow the people who speculated on them at $6 to $8 to $10 to actually get out of them at a very reasonable price. Now, do you have to sell then? No. I'm pretty sure throughout modern season there will be a time when almost every shockland will flux at some point to an even higher point than during this preparation period, we'll call it. So I believe that if you want to get out of your shocklands, or get out of some of them even, and move into other things that may be coming, because you never know, there might be a new card we want to spec on and we just don't have any money, so we get out of these at a profit and go work on that. I believe that there will be a good time to do it between, I would say, the end of October to July. June, July will be actually probably May, June will be a better time. Alright guys, there's been another video. Like and subscribe down below. I want to hear your comments, concerns about this. Let's create a discussion. I'm gonna make another video probably later on tonight. I have to head out of here, but about when to sell your cards. When is a good time? It's gonna be a little short video. You probably already know some of the information, but check it out. Anyways, guys, Stephen Talbot out.